really excited to have this conversation. This is a little bit different than what we normally talk about because I'm going to talk about my breast augmentation. Wow, I just feel like I butchered that word. Breast augmentation, aka boob job. Titties done. Okay, let's talk about it. So I recorded this reel last week. I haven't posted it. I didn't post it because I wanted to go a little bit more in depth. And so I left it, but I had seen this woman, she created this reel and she was talking about her breast. I can't talk today. She was talking about her breast explant. So she got her boob job reversed. She took out her implants, she got them removed. And I feel like in 2021, 2022, there was a lot of this going on in the coaching space where women were sharing their breast explant journey. So there were all these women that were getting their boob jobs reversed. And you know, I found it really interesting because they were talking about how like they found their worthiness. All of a sudden they realized like they didn't need big boobs to feel good and all this stuff. And I remember growing up. So like I was a very, very small bee. I was part of the itty bitty titty committee at one point in time, which if you know me today, the girls be doing their thing. Okay. There's nothing small about my boobs. But ladies, the butt is real, okay? The butt is real. I've only ever had my boobs done. I've never done anything else. I've done some Botox, but like I've never had any other plastic surgery. So I have a big booty and I always had really small boobs. And I never cared. That never bothered me. I was never insecure about them. I actually was very judgmental when I was younger about boob jobs. And maybe there was a subconscious like envy there. I don't know. I also hated the way that they looked on most women. They just looked really like round, like they were just placed on there. So I never liked them and never was something that I wanted to change. I was very, very, very happy with my body. And so I'm the type of person that I will literally wake up one day and I'll go, I want this, and then I'll make it happen. So I think about like my very first tattoo. I was never somebody that wanted a tattoo. I never thought about it. It was not something I was ever going to do. And then I went through this breakup. I woke up one morning and I was literally like, I want a tattoo. And I knew exactly what I wanted to get. My grandpa was a boxer. He taught me how to box. I love him, loved him. He's obviously passed, but I love him. And so I got his maiden name all the way down my ribs. But I woke up that morning, decided I wanted a tattoo, and I made it happen the same day. The way that I had to make it happen though was I actually found, I'm so glad I have this. I found a picture of when this was getting done. I had to have been, I don't know, 22 years old. And it was done. I do not recommend this. It was done at the time at my best friend's apartment. I was laying on her couch. It was the most unsanitary thing. I was laying on her couch and I'm on my side. And in this photo is me on my side with like, my back and stuff exposed because they're doing it on my ribs. And then her child, he has to have been 2 or 3 at the time, is just sitting on the couch. It's just a trashy picture. Okay. Like nobody should be getting a tattoo in this fashion, but I did. And I'm obsessed with it. And I love it. Same thing with my full sleeve. I never wanted a full sleeve. It was not something that I've dreamt about my entire life. I just woke up one day and I was like, I want a full sleeve. And I made it happen within, it was just like a matter of weeks. So there was this guy and I was like, he was the person I wanted. And I'm like, he's very picky about who he takes on. And so I'm like, if this guy doesn't take me on, I'm not even doing it. But he did. So I got it done. So like that's just the type of person I am. So same thing when I got my boobs done, I came back for a run. I've always been a big runner. I haven't been as much of a runner in the last several years. I'm getting back into it, but I was running 6, 7 days a week, anywhere from like 4 to 6 miles. And so I had just gotten back from a run and I was getting ready to hop in the shower and I'm standing in front of this full length mirror, completely naked. And I'm just looking at myself and I'm like, you know what? I want to see big boobs on this body. Like it was out of nowhere that I thought, I'm ready to see myself with some big boobs. So I literally gone within a matter of 2 weeks. Like if I would have got those boobs done the next day, I would have. I took out a loan to get this done. I had to have been 24, I'm guessing. I could find the exact number out, but I don't know. But I had to be 24. And yeah, I got them done with a matter of weeks as quickly as they could. And I was obsessed with them. Like I love my boobs and I loved my boobs before. And then it was just like, oh, I think I just want to experience big boobs. And I kind of look at that like in the same way that I've turned my financial circumstances into something completely different. It's like you just wake up one day and you're like, "Oh, I'm just really fucking done with being broke." Like had the experience over it. Now I would like the experience of wealth in my life. And so, when I'm watching these women and they're sharing their explant journey, which I think is great. Like if you want to get your boobs out, do that. You should do whatever feels good for you. But I'm actually a big advocate. If a woman wants to get her boobs done or anything done on her body, I'm like, do it. I had a tattoo on my side of my very first husband, my now ex-husband, because I've been married twice. So his badge. He was a state trooper. And I had a badge that was like the size of not it was like half the size of my book. It was big. And, then I went through this divorce that was horrific, left with this badge on my rib cage. But guess what? I just got it removed. Like, was it painful and did it take time? Fuck yeah. But you would never ever know that I had a tattoo there. So it's like it's just life is just not that big of a deal. It's like if you want to go get your boobs done, go get them done. Now I know there are a lot of people that are like it's very unhealthy. What about, people that get breast implant illness? Like I'm a huge believer in the placebo effect. Obviously, I've done 20 Dr. Joe Dispenza retreats and I resonate with that message and with his messaging. And so, personally, for me, I don't ever have a fear about getting cancer from being out in the sun. I don't have a fear that my tattoos are making me sick. I sure as hell don't have a fear about my implants making me sick. I love my boobs. They look amazing. They feel real. They bounce. They're soft. Like no guy that I've ever hooked up with has known. I've told them and they're like like they literally thought I was joking. But I think a lot of that is because sometimes women get their boobs done and they do look and feel fake. And I just know for me, I don't know if it's my genes or just the way my body is, but like I've even had clients like when I've met them in person, they're like, "Can I feel your boobs?" Like because they've been considering doing that. I'm like, "Yeah, for sure." And like they're like, "Wow." And I'm not just saying that because they're mine. Like that's just how it is. And I know that's not the same for everyone, but ultimately what I'm saying here is so I saw this there was this reel that I saw, which is what even had me do this podcast episode to begin with, but it was about Megan Trainor. So Megan Trainor, if you don't know her, she's a singer and she had that song, what's it called? All About That Bass, okay? And she in this song says, where is it? I pulled it up here. I have to find it. So she's basically talking about like skinny bitches, basically she goes, I won't be no stick figure silicone Barbie doll. So this was really about her promoting her big size and that she's never going to be thin. She's never going to get her boobs done. And in 2025, guess what? She's now super thin. She's lost over 60 pounds and she had a boob job and she looks amazing. And you can literally see her confidence has increased. And I wouldn't say it increased because she got her boobs done. I think she just started doing the things that had her feel better. Like we've all seen the woman that's like a size 14 that goes down to a size 8 or 6 and she just looks better because she feels better. It's not that she looks better because she lost weight. She looks better because she actually feels better about herself. And so there's all these people that are like, oh, Megan Trainor used to say this. It's like, y'all, I used to say a lot of things and I'm an entirely different person. Okay. Like the Kyra that you would have met in high school. Listen, I had a lot of friends. I wouldn't say I was popular because I wasn't part of any one crowd. I feel like when you were popular, you were part of the popular crowd, one crowd. I had friends in every crowd. I was friends with everybody, but I was also the person that like if you cross me, I would have been like, I'll beat your fucking ass. And that's not who I am anymore. And now it's like, I can take I can take projections, I can take judgment. People can hate on me all they want, and it doesn't even trigger me. It doesn't make me mad. I'm just like, whoa, whoa, somebody needs to go meditate. It's like it just doesn't, like, I'm not the same person. We're allowed to change. And we're also allowed to change our minds. And I think that to think that who a person was 5 years ago and assume they should be the same person today is wildly insane to me. So I also think when it comes to women's bodies, anybody's body, a man's body, a woman's body, like, just shut the fuck up. Let them do what they want to do. And yeah, that's it. That's just how I feel. Like, you want to get your boobs done? I'm going to tell you, I'm obsessed with my boobs. I love my boobs. I would do it all over again. Um, and if you don't want to get them done, like, don't get them done. Or if you want to get them removed, get them removed. But yeah, I feel like there's just nothing wrong with plastic surgery. I actually just don't think, but I'm also not the type of person to judge, because if I'm judging you, on some level, I'd be judging myself. So I'm kind of also the person that's like, let me just stay in my lane. But I guess this is just a message today to be like, a couple things. One, you're allowed to change. You're allowed to say one thing 5 years ago and a different thing today. I mean, well, if you've heard my previous podcast episode on good old Doreen Virtue has books and oracle decks about angels and fairies and elementals. And now all of that is the devil's work. Like, you're allowed to change. And if you want to go change something about your body, because that's going to make you feel good, guess what? One life in this body. Go do whatever the fuck you want to do. Go do what's going to make you feel amazing. This podcast was brought to you by my international best-selling book, Rich Bitch Money Goals, Becoming the Energetic Match to Wealth, which is available at over 39,000 retailers across the nation. So make sure you pick up your copy today. You can find it in places like Amazon, Target, Indigo, Barnes & Nobles, Walmart, and more.